I've gotten seated. I'm doing work during the breaks, running back in here, and the guys have me jacking in here to get my audio. I keep getting emails going, how do you hear your callers now without headphones? I got an earpiece in. That's how I'm doing it. Promise it's not an alien transmitter or anything sent by the Chupacabras working for the Vatican and the Zionist. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me get serious here right now in this segment with something we need folks to take action on. Now, whatever you see at your state level, if it's draconian and evil and corrupt, you're going to see in other states. And I learned last Friday when Kurt Nimmo posted a story on Infowars.com that a bill through a legislative corrupt process that the House and Senate rules have been changed to do, bills are supposed to come out of committee, then get voted on by the full House or Senate, and then go into conference between them. Not in this case. It went back into Kirk Watson's committee, and on a bill passed by the House, he added a rider where there's no more Fourth or Fifth Amendment. You can read the bill. It states clearly CPS can take any children, not just with a warrant or with a fake judge's order. They get these fake things sworn out every day by these child kidnapper judges. They have special, scumbag judges all over the country. It's been in the news that get kickbacks of money or like to pedophile the kids. In fact, yesterday you gave me the article. I didn't cover it. The day before that, Rob Dew gave me one of head of CPS, head of Children's Services, a pedophile ring. Google that. I want to show folks that. I mean, you can't make this up. Every day, these disgusting, and it's always the head guys, because that's who runs this. Most of your big family court judges are pedophiles, or they're getting cash. And that's come out on CNN, that they get millions for the kidnapped kids. Because, see, the adoption agencies are getting 200, 300, 400, 500. Why do they put over two-thirds of the kids on drugs that they grab? Because then it's a special needs child and the cash level starts going up. But if it's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, you're talking 400, 500,000. That's why we've had senators on here to tell you they got bounties on the kids. Now, Senator Kirk Watson, state senator, I've been battling him since I first got on the air in 1995, 96. Former mayor of Austin, owns his own private land grab bank outside Austin. He rules all the farms and ranches the city stole. He literally is like just a demonic goblin. He has introduced SB 1440 that was a good anti-CPS bill. Then he got it and tagged something on. It goes the reverse now in Texas. And it's gone to Rick Perry's desk. And if Perry doesn't pass this, they'll come out on the news and demonize him with all the dirt they got on him. That's why they love Perry. Well, that's why he's been to Bilderberg. But if we put enough pressure on Rick Perry, he may not totally annihilate the Fourth Amendment. And in the 2 or 3 years it takes for this to get to the Supreme Court of Texas before it gets struck down, they may not even do that. They'll kidnap tens of thousands more. And, I mean, no judge, no jury. They just take your kids, period. They're gone. Pedophile ring wants them. They get them. Open season. Because, see, they got in trouble for kidnapping 400 kids last year. That's what it reports on here. And so they got in trouble with the Supreme Court doing it. No due process, no orders, no judge's order. So now Kirk Watson, if you ever see him in a restaurant anywhere, you just walk up and tell him he's a piece of trash. And he's a carpetbagger as well. Piece of filth. SB 1440. Call Governor Perry's office phone at 512-463-2000. 512-463-2000. Fax the degenerate at 512-463-1849. He's going to sign this if we don't put heat on him. Just keep your hands off our children. It's enough you urinate on the Bill of Rights, but our children...
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you again about a company that has supported us in the truth movement for years. Inner Health Botanicals. This company produces the highest quality superfood around, called Inner Food. My wife just loves the stuff. And now the health ranger, Mike Adams, has awarded Inner Food his Editor's Choice Award for Best Superfood of 2009. Inner Food is loaded with 20 great organic ingredients. No fillers, no sweeteners. It would be impossible to blend this up for a better price, and their formula really works. This is the real thing for the great health you need. Try the Nutra Cafe, their great organic coffee infused with polysaccharides that boost the immune system. a truly healthy coffee that tastes great. And take it from me, folks, it really does taste great. Don't forget to try their other great products. Go to www.enerfood.com. That's www.enerfood.com. Or just click on their banner on Infowars.com for special pricing.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We've now reached the halfway point in this worldwide transmission on this Tuesday, June 9th, 2009. Just come on in, because you guys sit there at the door, and then I'm going to wait and not talk till you get it to me. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, this is the Daily World. Former CPS director sentenced to 10 years for child molestation. Now, I haven't created a computer file on this, but I should. About 80% of the time I hear about a kid being boiled to death or being tortured to death or being found in a cage, starved to death. They admit deep in the articles that it was a CPS worker or some lazy, pot-bellied PhD for social work who they'll warehouse 5, 6 kids, put them in cages, I'm not kidding, or lock them up in rooms, barely feed them enough to live. You'll think they're concentration camp victims. I did service work in college some and would go in the houses and say, what are these houses? And, you know, the older or the people that knew more about the job would say, oh, this is a foster house. These are death pedophile pits, basically. And then they admit there's 7 times. I keep saying 5 times more likely to abuse. That was the cover of Newsweek in 2000, about 5 times more likely to abuse children. It's now 7 times more likely. I mean, there's no group worse than these people. And it says, former CPS director sentenced to 10 years for child molestation. Judge rejects recommendation for year in jail and treatment. Gary E. Anderson leaned into the podium, his head lowered, and his blue jail jumpsuit draped off his thin frame. The 67-year-old Child Protective Services director told the court he did not understand how he could have spent 36 years of his life defending children. You didn't. You went in there to rape them. Because you piece of trash. Including his own, and now stands guilty of raping a 9-year-old girl and molesting another girl of the same age. Because you're a bucket of crap. Because you're a worm. And because you don't just enjoy raping those children. For the same reason you enjoy, if you read the criminology and the psychology of why you like raping children, it's the same thing you like when those parents are crying, when you show up with brainwashed cops serving you and they drag that little kid out of their hands and you realize you're going to be raping them in just a few hours. It's the enjoyment. It's the domination. It's the power. So you enjoy those parents terrorizing in pain, just like local family court judges, and I've been in their courts watching them, and those families are crying. The judge is literally just going, I mean, they're just soaking the pain, and me, I'm like, that's why I can't go to these anymore, because it's literally like I'm in hell, and I'm going, it's just tearing my guts out, my soul out, and the rage just lifts, and the judge will even see it in your eyes and just look at you, and it's almost like Emperor Palpatine when Darth Vader finds out he's killed his wife. And Darth Vader's having a painful moment. And you see Palpatine going, Well, I've seen that in Judge Jean Muir, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen her when they're taking kids. And I mean, literally, it's just like, I just want to, that lady. I mean, she is a bucket of maggot evil. She is a pit demon of hell itself. And all over the country, the family court judges going to get caught getting massive payoffs for stealing kids from the adoption agencies, not to mention the federal bounties to do it. And I have seen them just, as they take a little kid and the parents are crying, we didn't do anything, you have no proof. And she's like, she'll even, I've seen her on the news before. I've played the clip somewhere. It's a CBS clip where she's sitting there seizing people's kids for no reason in the schools, in the elementary schools. When the kid's late to class, they then make them sign a form agreeing that they were truant. Then when they're late again, they grab them. And when the parents are